I am about to make my appointment for some boobs with Deubes. But first, I have Cary and Mark Deuber in studio with me today. We are about to chat Real Housewives Dallas for this Spotlight On.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song.
This is great. This was a guest pick. I love it. I love it. I love it when the guests have some input. This is fantastic. What's up, everyone? I am Blake V, and we are getting ready to chat Real Housewives Dallas. I have Cary Deuber and Mark Deuber in studio, and we're kicking it off just before our finale. This is the finale day. We've gotten to the end. We met a whole new crew of brand new ladies for Real Housewives Dallas, and we have a lot to catch up on right now. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hi. We're
Hi.
good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. We're very excited that you are here, and thanks for coming, both of you. We were just saying, I love that Mark is here, taking part of
I got
everything.
conned into it.
A little bit, yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
He's like my
right?
backpack, though. I bring him everywhere with me. So
It's so good.
It's natural. It's
so
normal
good.
for us.
The backpack. I
It's
like
my
that.
backpack.
Hashtag backpack.
Yeah.
Perfect. So so this is a brand new Real Housewives franchise. We got to know all of these great ladies of Dallas. I personally thought it was sort of late for Dallas. Like, Dallas seemed like a city to me that would have been done years ago.
Yeah,
right?
and I think that they looked years ago, but I think that they couldn't quite get the ladies
The right mix.
and just kind of figure out everything. So I think they've gotten it this time.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting.
It has been interesting. It definitely has.
Yeah.
I mean, the mix of ladies is definitely great. Personalities are so different, and we've seen everything unfold over the season. Tonight, especially for the finale, we're getting ready to see like a whole new explosion.
Yes.
Starring yours truly, right?
A little bit.
Are you gonna make trouble?
No.
Yeah.
A little trouble, just a little.
I don't even think I make trouble. I try to resolve trouble, I think, is my problem.
Yeah.
I don't like to have issues with people, and I don't like there to be like, some kind of weirdness out there. I just want it all out in the open.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, I mean, it kind of comes across that way. On our after show panel, we've sort of said it's taken a while. It's taken a few shows to get to know each lady individually. So for you, Cary, to kind of come out, it hasn't really happened till the end of the season anyways.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's hard to, a new show, you got to get to know everyone, and they have to develop everybody, and you got to see everything. So I think it has taken a little longer for me. And I'm kind of that way anyhow in real life. I mean, I'm a little harder to get to know, I think. I'm from the East Coast. I'm not as, warm and fuzzy maybe at the beginning, but,
It comes around.
It does.
Yes, it comes through.
Yeah.
I mean, and even something as small as your confessional kind of moments and just the behind the scenes interviews. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
I am one of the ones that gets it and thinks you're hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like some people don't necessarily get my witty, sarcastic humor.
Yeah.
He's like, sometimes your sarcasm
Sometimes
isn't
she's
funny.
a little too sarcastic.
But I'm like, no, I'm hilarious. I think in my mind I'm funny.
Right.
But apparently sometimes it can be offensive.
Yeah, truly. Because, I mean, we just sort of, in our own research, kind of being on the after show, we're fans of you guys. We see what other viewers have to say, and it completely is mixed. Half the people are like, oh, I'm so offended. And other half of the people get it.
And it was so funny because we watched the first 2 episodes is what we got at first. And we watched it and we were like, we're hilarious. I was like, oh my God, I am so funny. I am killing it.
Yeah.
And then we got people watched it and they were like, and I'm like, oh,
You're like, what are you talking
I
about?
guess it could have been taken that way, but that's not what I was meaning.
Yeah.
I was trying to be funny.
Definitely. Mark, what was kind of your take on the humor?
we watched that. I thought we were so cute together, and then people were like, she was fat shaming me, and I didn't get that at all. But
I'm like, he was
she had to
sitting there
go
the
on and
whole time.
Right,
do
with the
some
photo.
PR rescue on that. That picture came from me. I provided that photo. In fact, I half the patients that come into me that talk about weight loss, I show them those pictures to inspire them.
Every time. Like, literally, people come in, they're like, oh, they've lost 100 pounds. And he's like, oh, well, look at me. And he gets out his iPhone, and he shows them his, before and after
inspirational
picture.
to people, I think.
And that's a good doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I've been through it myself.
Exactly.
This is what I can give to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Absolutely.
and so, it came from a good place. we love each other very much.
Yeah, so we love those
And
first
we
two
think we're funny.
episodes.
So,
Yeah.
or I think I'm funny.
Well,
And he thinks I'm funny.
Yes, and like I'm on the train with you because
Thank
I
you.
don't think anything was offensive. I liked it. I laughed. I got a
Thank you.
chuckle.
Thank
It was
you.
good. It was very good.
I appreciate it.
Now, one thing I do want to bring up is the fact that Mark, you are very involved in the show more so than any other husbands. And as far as a lot of viewers are concerned, you've stealed the show. You've stolen it. It has been stolen by you.
Well,
he's the
I
sixth
don't know about that.
housewife.
But, I don't know about that, but I mean, I had a lot of fun filming, and I was certainly on board for the whole thing. And you know, the other two girls, there were two pairs of girls, and they both had friends on the show, and Cary didn't really have a friend, so I got to be her friend.
You had a built-in
He's my
friend.
bestie. Yeah,
I love
and I
it.
mean,
That
he's
is-
my best friend in life, which is really great. And we also work together.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, when you see me at work, when they follow me to work, he's there because I work for him.
Yeah. So just as a couple, because that's a lot of time together.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How do you guys juggle it? Working, doing this show now, living together personally. What is that dynamic for you guys?
I mean, it's great unless we're having a fight or something.
Yeah, then it
it's
sucks.
kinda,
Then it sucks. No, I mean, in general, we get along really well, so it's great. And I mean, he's been pretty flexible as a boss. I mean, he understands that, when I'm filming and that kind of thing, that,
That's
he
good.
gives me a little
That's
bit more
good.
time and lets me go to yoga so I don't kill anyone. So that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually have a pretty big staff, and I can kind of replace her role in different places, so it's been okay.
Somewhat, but I still have like my own patients because I do all the injectables for our practice, and so I have to physically be there. So
Yeah. Definitely. Well, you have figured out how to work it out, and that's not easy. It's a lot.
It's not.
It's a lot going on.
It is.
It definitely
is. And
is.
with kids and everything too. It's a juggling act for sure.
Certainly. Yeah. Absolutely. So I would love to know kind of how you guys got involved in the show in the first place. Who
So would
approached
we.
you? Really? Just woke up and you were on the show.
Probably real bad luck or real mean,
Yeah, good luck or bad luck. I haven't
Someone
decided.
wished it upon you as a bad thing.
Someone had 3 wishes. No, it was one of those things. It was organic. They just kind of find you through friends and mutual friends. And I knew Stephanie prior to filming, and I also knew Leanne, and so we had known each other just kind of in the community. But it just, we didn't really think it was going to turn into something. Like, I was like, I'll go to the thing. And they want me to go do,
Yeah, she kept coming,
talk
I
to
got to go
them.
do
I'm like,
this
whatever.
interview next week, or then I got to do a screen test or something. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Like,
going
it's
to
not
happen
going to
out
lead
of
to
this.
anything.
Yeah,
And
no.
even if it does, it's never going to air on TV. So, you're not interesting. I'm sorry. But
Thanks, babe. Love you, mean it.
Yeah, but that's okay. That got you here, right?
Yeah.
You thinking she was not interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
got
I
you
mean,
here.
she had one of her friends was kind of involved in the whole process with her,
Yeah.
and I'm real good friends with her husband too. And the two of us were like, "Who the hell would want to watch the two of you girls on TV?"
A lot of people, apparently.
I guess.
But the friend, is the friend not one that we see?
It's actually my friend Courtney. She is on, and you've seen her a little bit. Like, she came on our trip to Austin.
Yes,
Yeah,
Courtney.
the blonde, tall blonde girl.
And we were wondering who Courtney was.
She's one of my dear friends.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, she just came to actually my birthday in Turks and Caicos, and her and her husband
We
and a bunch of
went to her
friends.
birthday in Italy last summer.
Very
We
fun.
both just turned 40, so
In fact, we actually met them at their wedding.
yeah.
It's just kind of a bizarre
gosh.
thing. Our wedding.
How do you
planner-
meet someone at a wedding? How'd you get the invite to that?
It was through a friend,
Oh,
a mutual
okay.
friend, who was planning the wedding, and then,
Wedding
we just
crashers
showed
over
up.
here.
We are.
Well, we kind of
Totally.
did.
We did.
We
We
kind
did,
of
and it was
but they
great.
were up
We've been
for it.
friends ever
They're
since.
those kind of people. So
Yeah,
they're,
that's cool.
they're happy
That's
to
good people.
entertainment.
That's good people.
entertainment,
Yeah, no, they're good.
Great.
They're good. Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay, so I know that's always interesting to us, is sort of like the casting process. And like you said, it's sort of taking time to put the right people together. Like, how does that happen? How do they come across the right people?
Yeah, and it's it's not really casting as much as it's just kind of an organic thing where they
Yeah.
find people who are friends.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Definitely.
So.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah.
So kind of starting from the casting process, or kind of going on these interviews, what did you expect from the show, and did it deliver, or was it different? Kind of each of your takes on what the show's been now.
Well, at first it was called How to Make It in Dallas. So it was not The Real Housewives of Dallas.
Okay.
So this was not, I assumed that it was. I kind of thought that was like their cover. And I'm like, but we didn't know. And so I don't know. What do you think, babe? I think it's been a little more than I expected,
Yeah.
probably. Not necessarily in a bad way, just a little bit different. more stressful.
I think the whole process was fascinating. I mean, it was interesting being involved in the filming, and we certainly had fun filming what we filmed. But, you know, even going through it, I was like, how is this going to turn into a TV show? Because I didn't see that anything that we did was that interesting, or the things that I saw as a group. I'm like, well, that's kind of okay, but I don't really see a lot going on here. But it's fascinating to see it turn into a TV show that we both watched and actually thought was pretty interesting, and had stuff going on.
We don't see the other girls when they're filming their parts, and, you know, so it all just kind of comes together as a cohesive, you know, show, which is really interesting how they do that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know, because that's sort of another piece to the puzzle, is that we see everybody individually, and even the group parts are relatively few and far between. I mean, I think we maybe had 2 episodes the whole season of you guys at a group gathering. So that's interesting too, kind of getting to know everybody individually. At their pace, you know, kind of in the season.
No, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of your schedule, actually, Cary, I think all of the viewers were impressed to see your yogi skills.
Yeah,
I mean, my God,
yoga.
So how long have you been practicing?
For about 15 years.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got a little.
Yeah, I have a
little bit of practice under your belt.
And I try to practice a couple days a week. You know, usually 3. I'm lucky. But I love it. It just
that was
my
like
favorite
the highlight
workout
of the season for me.
Oh my God, I love you.
What? Because I consider myself a yogi too.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of yoga do you do?
Okay, so I love hot flow, vinyasa.
Okay, me too. That's what I do.
That's
vinyasa,
like my fave.
Vinyasa, flow, power yoga.
Love it. All of that.
Yeah, me
love
too.
It. I certainly aspire to your level.
It takes time. It takes
does
time.
take time.
Time and a lot of practice.
I'm waiting for her to spring the teacher training on me.
Well,
I think she's kind of planning to do that, and she just actually pulls up the schedule and says, I think I could fit it in right here.
So you've not gone. You've not gone to any yet?
I have tried a little bit of yoga. I mean,
he doesn't love it.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't love it, I'm like, don't do it.
I've cycled a lot, and I have real tight hamstrings, and I'm just not very flexible at all. And it's amazing what a hard workout it is. It's amazing how much you sweat and how much it gets your heart rate up. Because I don't think a lot of people who don't do yoga realize that.
If you do like the power of like heated,
hot flow,
that really is a workout. Like people are like, don't you just like stretch and stuff? I'm like, no, not really.
No.
Some of the classes you do, like hatha and that kind of thing, but this kind of yoga is definitely
totally like
totally
it's
different
cardio,
yoga.
it's everything.
Yeah.
People don't know. They don't know.
That's right. They don't. You know what? Today I have to give one shout out today, because you know it is Stephanie Holman's birthday today.
Yay!
So we have to say happy birthday,
birthday.
Stephanie.
Birthday.
Love you.
Oh my God, wonderful.
I just had to give a little shout out to her.
Please do. That's wonderful. In fact, I think Stephanie might be coming in studio.
Oh.
Maybe next week?
Really? Oh, good.
For a reunion?
Oh, good.
I think so.
Good. I hope so.
Don't quote me, but I think, like, I've heard somewhere.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We love her. She, you know, I talk to her almost every day. We're really good
Really?
friends. Yeah.
Oh my
her
gosh.
and Brandy's super sweet too. But Stephanie and I definitely have
a little more
bonded.
of a connection.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, we love Stephanie too. We think she's hilarious also.
She's hilarious. Her and Brandy both are
funny.
hilarious. They're so fun. They're really fun girls.
They do
like
seem
if
like
you
so
want to
much
go on a
fun.
girls trip,
Yeah.
like definitely
They're the
those two
girls
are,
to go
take
with.
them. Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I am a fan of humor in any way. Like, I feel like I get it in any way.
Me
and
too.
I love that
Me too.
you got, like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like,
to
and
you
I
guys.
really don't care. Like, any way that you're funny, as long as you're entertaining me,
Yes.
I'm good with you.
Yes. If
but
it's
like,
offensive,
you need to be
whatever.
entertaining. I don't,
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, me either.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You and me.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you. I just want to be entertained.
That's it.
Like, I'm bored otherwise.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 100% me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I don't even offend easy. I'm like,
No, me
it's
either.
all
Like,
fine.
it really, you have to go really far.
Yeah. Very fun.
You gotta
Very
go
fun.
really down.
Truly.
Yeah.
Very true. I think another notable moment, especially for me, which I think sort of reflects kind of the life of doctors, is that we got to see you kind of fixing your own face, doing your own injections.
I was injecting my head, wasn't I?
You were.
Yeah, you injected
I
yourself.
injected a
You
little bit of
injected
you.
me too, also.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah, I did.
And I think you even mentioned it on the doctors. You did an appearance on the doctors too.
Yeah, because I was talking to the other doctor.
He does it to himself too. I mean, a
Yes.
lot of plastic surgeons inject themselves. People think, oh, you can't treat yourself, but I mean, it's pretty
can.
common actually.
Yeah.
Which is just like mind-blowing in an amazing way to me. It just was so casual. You're like, be downstairs in 5 minutes or whatever you were saying, and then just like do it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh yeah, it's just you got it around. It's just like doing your makeup or whatever. You're
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
pop. Okay.
Well, it's not quite doing your makeup.
Well-
It's extremely painful, isn't it?
No, I don't think
She's
so.
actually
It's
really
fine.
good.
I'm really good.
She's really good.
I don't. It's not that bad.
It's not.
I mean, it's like 2
Okay.
seconds.
How do you
Easy.
feel when you're
I
the
hate
target?
it.
He's a big
I
baby.
hate
He's
it.
a big baby.
I try and stop her. I'm like,
You
I
won't.
don't need that. She
Right.
like has to come at me 4 or 5 times and I'll say fine.
I mean, I seriously have only
Fine.
injected him like twice or 3 times because he's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want it. And I mean, guys look good with wrinkles. Like,
They
you
do.
know, I mean,
It's so different for men.
It's so
It really
different.
is.
I mean, I think he looks
Yeah, it's
good
not
with
fair
his
at all.
lines.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. I'm like, you rock those lines, baby, and I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and not.
Fix this up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I mean, and the convenience, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's what
Starts wearing off. I'm like, oh God, I gotta go to the office. I gotta go get my freezer.
Right, go to my
She's
freezer.
actually done her lips once.
Yeah, I
but
did
you've
my
only
lips.
done that one time,
One
right?
time, yeah.
Yeah.
How did
That was
that
painful.
go?
It went
Yeah.
well. It went well. I mean, it's
That
so
was,
very painful.
I would say, very painful.
Yeah, I didn't even have the numbing cream at home.
Girl.
But once you commit, you know, you put one little stick in, then you can't
I'd
quit.
have walked around with one lump.
Well, yeah. I thought about it for a second,
Till I could
and then
get
I was
into
like,
it.
I gotta
You're
power
stuck.
through. I gotta power through.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, the convenience.
Yeah.
That's a perk of the job for
no,
sure.
It's nice. It's nice. I mean, it's definitely fun.
And you say Orden said he's got a refrigerator full of stuff.
He did.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. Hey, you know,
Yeah,
that's
what are you gonna do?
That's what all the long years of school are for.
Right.
Do a little touch
It's
up
a
here and
payoff.
there. It is.
It's a payoff.
100%. Yes.
It's a lot of training.
It really is. Totally is. And like the skill on yourself is
Right.
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Sort of one of the notable things about you, Cary, too, is that you're the only housewife that we really see their kind of day job and their career
Right.
and what they do. How was it for you kind of portraying that, and was it important to portray that?
I feel like it was really important. Like that was probably the thing I was most excited about with the show, is just because I am a nurse, and I think it's interesting that I do have a career, and I've been a nurse for almost 20 years, and so I think that was really nice and we work together.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a unique opportunity and a unique thing in the Real Housewives franchise, because I don't think there's anything like that on any of the other ones.
Yeah, no, it's different. And I mean, you know, I have a job that not where you can like hire assistants or something, because I am the assistant. So I have to be there.
Right. It's all on you.
You still only saw a small part of it, because the reality is most of what she helps me with is the reconstructive things we do, but we didn't have permission to film in the hospitals and things like that, and so you couldn't really see a lot of the stuff
do a
where
lot
I
of breast
really need
reconstruction
her
after
in
breast
those
cancer.
in those surgeries, and she makes those surgeries run much more smoothly. But she does work also some in the office operating room, and especially on big days.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the medical field is something different entirely. I mean, that's people's lives, it's people's health.
Right.
It's a lot more into it than just like an office job or,
Yeah,
or you know, something
exactly.
different.
It's just very
Yeah.
different, you know. And I think, you know, we love it, and I love what I do. So I was really excited to share that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun. I mean, and it's nice, you know. We have a good time at work, but you know, we're also serious. You know, I think people saw us, you know, kind of chatting in the operating room. You do talk when you operate on people.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
you don't just sit there and. I mean, you would die for it.
Right.
You would die. I mean,
He's
you just
talking
sit
about
here
what's
and like
going on in
Right.
their lives
Yeah.
and their day, and you
Yeah.
know, it gets
That's
the day
normal.
going, because you're there
It's
together
normal.
with people
And
for
it's-
8 hours.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we
You would
see
go
shit.
insane. You
Truly.
would go insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when I used to do like, you know, trauma and vascular, I mean, we all, you know, you have moments where, you know, you're very serious, obviously, if there's something very serious going on, but you know, you should be able to do your job no matter what.
Yeah. Definitely.
so-
Well, and it's interesting because I feel like, you know, as viewers, we've seen shows like Botched
Right.
or other surgery shows on like Discovery Channel or
Right.
whatever it is.
Right.
And that's what it is. Like we
Yeah.
see jokes or things or conversation happen in the, you know, while surgery is happening.
Sure,
so,
for sure.
Yes.
It's pretty normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk, you listen to music sometimes. Or, you know.
Yes. Yes. Well, and I think that, you know, more than anything, that's just a really interesting thing to see. We don't see that a lot on, you know, any housewives. So, you know, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Mark, you kind of being the husband aspect of this, what were your feelings on sort of portraying not only your professional life, but also your personal life with Cary?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we have a really great time together. I think we have a really great relationship that's based on being friends first and foremost, and we have a lot of fun with each other. And I know that, you know, some of the aspects of our personal life are a little unusual for people. I really like to go shopping with her, and
Darn. Thank
Right,
goodness, because
girl.
I'm not a shopper, so he
yeah,
does all that for
she
me.
hates shopping,
it.
and I
It's like frustrating to me.
love her to look as as beautiful as she can. I mean, she's beautiful regardless of what she's wearing, but
This is true.
I love her to have really special things, and I love to make her feel special.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he's super artsy too, so that's nice because he's really good at all of it. He's
Yeah, I'm into all sorts of artistic things. I like to paint, I love to cook, I love to create things.
Yes, and this was something that you mentioned on the show, Cary,
Yeah.
was that you hope that your husband and him as a plastic surgeon, that aesthetics are important to him.
Yeah.
Because that's
you want
the
him
obvious.
to want girls to look hot because if he didn't, he probably wouldn't be a great plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
and his eye for detail.
Half the plastic surgeons I know are really, really into clothes in kind of a bizarre way, and that's actually a pretty normal thing in my specialty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
They are. Like we went to dinner with a plastic surgeon friend last night, same way.
Yeah,
and then our
same
other friends,
thing,
same deal.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean I think they're just they have an eye and a lot of them are into arts and painting.
Yeah, some of them are into woodworking, some of them are into music.
But usually they have
a lot of them
use
paint.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very visual.
Yes. Yeah.
Dominantly visual.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
But most people don't get to see that side of it, and so I thought that was a unique thing that we could show.
Yes, and it truly was. I mean, I think that was most exciting for viewers, was to see how involved you actually are. And Mark, you're very good with the names, the brand names, and everything like that. No, but truly, this is
He's a label whore.
Yes. How did this develop?
The reality is, I mean, like we said, you have an eye for things, and if you go into the same stores over and over, you can see, you see the same things, and you realize, oh, that looks like that looks like that, and so I mean, I'm good with some labels, but I mean, the ones I'm good with are pretty easy, and she tends to wear the same brands, so it's not really that impressive.
Do they have it at Target?
This is so
Or
funny
is it a
and
yoga
amazing
pant?
to me. Right.
Because that's what I'm into.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't
love
pick
me
out
some
yoga pants.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I
don't let
know
him do
anything
that.
about the brands.
Nobody picks out my yoga pants. I have
and then she's like,
specific
in my
pants,
closet, I got
specific yoga pants. I'm like, no.
She's in my closet in these different suits, and she's
They
like,
all look the
they all
same.
look the same.
I could never pick
know.
out. He's like, I think I'm gonna wear this suit. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell the difference is between that suit and that suit.
She's like,
They're
I want to buy
exactly
another
the
suit.
same.
She's like, well, that looks like all your other ones.
I'm like, you don't need to buy
okay,
another
whatever.
suit. You have one. You have like 17 of the same one.
Yeah.
I don't have 17.
Whatever. They all look the same to me.
This is the most interesting dynamic. I love this so much. I'm so happy we had a moment of this on this
funny.
interview. No, because it's so true. I mean, countless couples, the girl loves shopping and the
Yeah.
men can't stand it. I mean, this is rare. This is,
it's pretty normal.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
lasting power, guys.
Yeah. I love it.
staying
I
power.
love it. It helps me out, so it's good.
I know, it is.
Yeah.
I know. And I feel like the way it sort of came across through the season has sort of been you being like, oh, I don't need it, I don't want it, whatever. But you love it.
No, I do.
Of course you do.
Yes. He spends too much money sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, okay.
And here's the deal: if she didn't have those clothes, she wouldn't have had
would've
anything
been
to wear on the show. What would she have done?
There you go.
Well, I would have gone to
So-
Target.
He
That's what
set
I
you
would've
up for
done.
success. It was great.
Yeah, I would have looked like a Target shopper, which I think is okay, but he doesn't. So it's okay.
That's fine.
He made me look better.
It's compromise, right?
Yes.
That's all part of
Yes.
marriage.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, sort of getting to know you guys this whole season has come with, each episode. We've seen a little bit more and a little bit more, but really this finale, I feel like is going to kick it up a notch only because we're seeing you deal directly with Leanne. So I would like to know, we've seen in previews for the finale that you guys are having this really heated conversation. Leanne is sort of saying, she's defending her story. You're sort of saying that she's telling her story to be the victim. She says, my story's my story. What was your relationship with Leanne before any of this filming for the show?
I knew Leanne just socially from parties. She was always out at things. I go out sometimes, and I knew her just through friends. I actually knew her boyfriend. Probably a little bit even better than her. But, I didn't have any animosity toward her. She just, we weren't in the same social circles, I guess, but we would see each other, say hi, always cordial, always nice.
Yeah.
And I never, thought anything different. And, kind of what you see is I'm one of those people, I'm just all about honesty. And I just want people to be honest. That's like the basics, of any relationship is honesty.
Yeah.
And so I think, in this last episode, you'll see me just trying to get her to be honest with me, because I just really wanted her to say what she'd been saying behind my back to my face.
Yeah.
And, you'll have to see.
Oh gosh, if we weren't
See if
excited,
she does it.
yeah. If we weren't excited now,
Right?
we're definitely excited to see.
Yeah.
So kind of this conversation. I mean, I informed them we haven't seen the finale just yet. We're
Right.
about to see it tonight, but we sort of see her saying, she's playing the victim, and one of the things that we've said on our panel too, in kind of just seeing the whole show, is that she, we. First of all, we love all the ladies on the show because everybody is entertaining.
Right.
We find entertainment in everybody.
No,
So
I agree. I agree.
100% Leanne included. But
Yes.
she definitely seems to sort of have like an excuse or a relation to whatever story it is. No matter what story it is across the board, she
Yes.
goes, oh, well, me too. Me too. And
Yeah.
then when this happened to me and when this happened to me. So she kind of gives that vibe of like, well, okay, did this really happen? Or what's really going on here?
Right.
So, yeah. So her kind of...
So that's kind of the vibe I got too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't trying to offend her by saying her story. She does call it her story. And so I was kind of actually saying it the way she says it. So I'm not really sure what happened. I think she, you'll kind of have to wait and see. But again, everything I've said to her really has been to her face. And that's kind of how I operate. I don't go,
She's very direct.
I'm very direct, and because I think honesty is always the best policy. It's always best to take the high road, and it's always best to not slam people behind their backs. If you're going to say something and you have something nasty to say, I think it's better to be like, hey,
Just have it out.
yeah, what's going on with this? Can you tell me? And then you don't have communication problems. You don't have people gossiping. Gossip is just so annoying to me. I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me with it. Just meh.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Just meh.
Yeah, don't want to hear it.
Definitely.
So.
And, sort of along with this finale, we've also seen little teasers for the reunion that's happening next week.
Yes.
Sort of just to jump into it a little bit, I mean, we do see sort of heavy about, your relationship. We also see Mark as the only husband that comes on to the reunion.
Yes.
So just, I'd love to just touch on that a little bit. Just sort of the idea of your relationship. I know there's sort of been some backstory and sort of some hate or whatever you want to call it from Leanne or anybody else. What is your position? I just want to know kind of your position now, what we may see in the reunion, and what you'd like everybody to know in case there's any questions or anything else.
Do you want to take that one, or do you want me to?
Well, I mean, so I was asked to participate in a reunion, and I said sure, and I felt like I wanted to defend Cary and defend our marriage, and I think that one of the things
Which sucks that we
really
had to do that.
Right.
One of the things that really kind of bugged us both about the season was that there was this constant chatter starting about halfway or 2/3 of the way through where Cary stole her husband and she's a homewrecker, or the implication that there was an affair or something, and it was never said to her face. So she for I think something like 4 episodes, she didn't get an opportunity to
say anything
defend
about
that.
it, yeah.
And now that's building and growing, and more people are assuming, well, that obviously must be true. And what's true is that I was married and she worked for me for a long time, but nothing was going on between us.
Yeah.
But I was in a marriage, and I was in a marriage that wasn't working, and it wasn't working for a long time, and I ended up getting out of that marriage.
Yeah.
And I developed feelings for her, and we did get together, but we didn't sneak around, and it certainly is what was implied.
Doing it, in the car, in the parking lot. I love how everybody wants to make stuff sleazy.
Want to make a scandal out of everything.
They do. It's amazing to me.
It is.
I mean, and it's not anything that. Again, back to the honesty thing. That's never something that him and I, either one, would do, and so it just bugs the out of me because I'm like, it's not something that's even in our playbook. You know what I mean? So that I think that was what was the most frustrating thing for me. And we have kids. I get it. Leanne and Tiffany, they don't have kids, so when they come after each other or whatever, really no one else is getting hurt. But when you're coming after my family, I have a 19-year-old stepson and a 16-year-old stepdaughter. And I mean, they're on my social media and they look at all the stuff and, and they watch the show. you know, and Mark was watching Watch What Happens Live with his daughter when I was doing it. He was at home. He couldn't join me. He was operating. And so he was watching it with our 16-year-old. And, you know, Leanne tweeted in some really derogatory things and some nasty stuff. And, you know, he's got to sit there and watch that with his 16-year-old kid.
And that is
so
hard, very
I think
hard.
well, you know, and I think that's something that maybe people don't understand
And
or
I
don't
mean,
think
sure,
of.
people can say,
Yeah,
well, you
maybe don't
signed up
think
to
of.
be on a reality show,
Right.
so that's part of what comes with it.
Yeah, but
And
you
we
wanna protect your
understand that,
kids.
but
You know, go after me.
Yeah.
Go after
Yeah.
me. Go after him. We're fair game. You know, we signed up for this. But you know, my 16-year-old daughter, she wasn't on the show. Neither was my 19-year-old, my stepkids. So, you know, that's where it's just below the belt. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
I feel you. I know.
yeah.
And I do agree.
So that's a little rough. And so
Yeah.
on the reunion, you're going to see, you know, me kind of reacting to a year and a half of feeling kind of beat up about it and feeling like my family was, you know, put out there in a negative light. And, you know, I mean, his ex-wife has to see that too.
Yeah.
I mean, how must she feel? That's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't want to hurt anyone. So that's just, you know, that was unfortunate.
Definitely. I know. And that's the thing too, is it's like, you know, people's nature or whatever it is wants to spin a scandal and everything.
Yeah.
And everything doesn't have to be scandalous.
It doesn't.
Sometimes situations end, new ones begin. It's like, it's
Right.
not,
No.
you know, as crazy as people want it to be.
Yeah.
People want
I mean, they
so
want
much
the
more.
drama. They want the
Yeah.
drama, and they love to hear about it and retell it.
Yes.
You know, and be like, "Hey, girl,
with even
have you
more.
heard what this bitch did?" You know what? It isn't that way, okay? I'm just saying.
Right.
So you need to slow your roll and back it up.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys clearing that up. I know that's sort of been, you know, something
Yeah.
that's been kind of looming over the
Yeah.
season, but it's
Looming.
great.
Like
I
a black
know.
cloud. Just sitting there like,
Get away, cloud.
Yeah.
Clear away.
I need to see the rainbow. Not now.
And good. And now I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing this
I hope
final
so.
episode. We're seeing the reunion.
Yeah.
And it's great, Mark, that you got to be there too and kind of,
Yeah.
you know, you guys got to
hope so.
say your
I couldn't have
piece.
done
And,
He's like,
I don't know if it was a good thing or
No,
not.
it
you know?
was. You know what? We're a team. We're a team at home. We're a team at work. And I think, you know, we're a team in this. So,
yes. And I
Yeah.
think that's great. I mean, I think
I
that
do too.
stands out above all.
Yeah.
You know, the fact
I
that
do
you
too.
guys do have a great relationship. You
Yeah.
are clearly very good friends. And you guys just seem fun. I think you seem fun on the show.
Thank
Like,
you.
I want to hang out.
Thank you.
When
Okay,
I'm in
let's-
Dallas, can you invite me?
Yes, I would love it.
I'll
Come over
happily
for
come to
dinner.
Switzerland. I'd love to go to, like,
we're
wherever.
going to Switzerland in a couple weeks. You
Cool.
can come
Please
with us.
keep me in the loop.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
there.
We will.
I'm fun. I'll
Yeah.
be fun with you.
I know. I can tell. No, I can tell. We got. Yeah, we're like this.
It'll be great.
Yeah,
It'll be
I
so
got
good.
it. Yeah.
Perfect. So, you know, we are just very excited for the finale and for the reunion. Is there anything else that you guys would like to either say to viewers, or do you guys have anything going on that you'd like to promote? Your
yeah.
business, anything else? What's going on?
You know, just trying to make it.
Yeah.
Through all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely
if
check.
there's a season 2,
Yeah.
would you guys be a part of it?
Gosh,
What's the answer to that?
I don't know. We have to probably discuss that privately.
Okay.
I mean, I think, you know, here's my deal is I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
So I need to see everything through. And so we'll see. You know, we'll see if there is a season 2 and where we go from there. I think in the
Yeah, I
next
mean-
year we're expanding our practice. So we're taking over more space, which is exciting.
Great.
I'm probably going to take on some new partners, and you know,
Yeah.
I mean, we've been super busy. I think the exposure from the show has helped with the practice too.
Yeah,
some.
for sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and he's always been really busy. His partner, actually, Dr. Tebbets, he just retired in the last, year?
Yeah, my partner that I've been with for about 15 years, John Tebbets, retired.
So it's even busier for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
busier. He had
Yeah.
kind of developed this 24-hour recovery breast augmentation approach to augmentation. It's something that we've kind of been running
Yeah, which
with,
is
and
awesome
it's been
because you
it's
can
been
like
great.
have surgery in the morning, go to dinner that night.
Oh my God.
After
And you're
breast.
taking
that's
nothing
amazing.
but Motrin afterwards, and you can essentially
Incredible.
drive the next day and
Yeah.
go back to work within a few days.
Yeah,
and,
that's great.
Wow.
You can like drive your
get-
kids to soccer the next morning, which is great.
That is amazing.
Because
That's
it doesn't-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Huge.
It is especially for moms and that kind of thing. So it's
Yes.
cool.
For
And-
anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to be laid
Anyone.
up
No, right?
when I make my appointment.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. You can go to happy hour that night.
Perfect, 'cause
We'll go have a cocktail after.
Because that's where I'm going to be. That's where we'll be.
I
Thank
know.
you. We're on the
Okay.
same page
Sounds
about
good.
this.
Yeah. I really think you're my spirit animal.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I like that. Carrie, this is great. This is getting even better. Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by and having this great interview. Like I said, me and my panelists who are not here, we've just really enjoyed the show, and we certainly hope it comes back for season 2, and we hope you guys are on it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
You.
And thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a very special Spotlight On with my guests, Cary Deuber and Mark Deuber. You can see them for the finale tonight and the reunion show of Real Housewives of Dallas on Bravo. And of course, if you're just tuning into this now, check back in and watch the whole thing here on AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. You can find us all there and all our previous shows. I have been Blake V. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media. Any specific place where people can find you?
CaryDeuber.com and
DrMarkDeuber.com.
Perfect.
DrMarkDeuber.com.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
guys next time.
All right.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
All right.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.